It's always wonderful in a new year, 2017, to treat yourself to something beautiful that will sparkle and shine. And when Carol Brodie is here with Rarities, bringing us a fine jewelry collection, it is always wonderful to have her perspective, how to mix, how to match, how to layer. And to me, this is an essential to go back with the Today Special. Because if you want something that the industry is calling smalls, smalls meaning something that is dainty, a beautiful little charm that is inspirational, spiritual, has a very uplifting and or important meaning to you when you wear them. It's almost something you never take off. And a lot of times we're seeing something of this caliber, but we're seeing it in not a precious metal. We're not seeing it in sterling silver. We're not seeing it in 10 karat gold or 14 karat gold. If we are seeing it, it's in a mystery metal. This today is not a mystery metal because we're talking about fine jewelry. We're looking at not 10 karat gold, 14 karat gold in the most adorable choice, whether you'd like the Buddha for good luck, especially in a new year, or you'd like to have an angel wing to lift you up, to carry and guide you throughout your day, or you want the elephant. The elephant is already getting a 5-star review on hsn.com. It is 16 inches in the length, but it does have a 2-inch extender. Now, for 14 karat gold at this price of $119.90, we have free shipping and handling, because once you spend $99 or above, you get free shipping and handling on the rest of our 24-hour jewelry event, plus 4 flexible payments of $29.98 to get it at home. Carol, these are so charming and whimsical. I love these.
Okay, thank you so much, first of all. And I want to tell everybody, Lucky Charms, this isn't just 14 karat gold little necklaces. Like, it's not just a 14 karat gold, you know, geometric little square or circle. These are Lucky Charms. Each one of these is a good luck talisman. So I want to start off first with saying that real golds. You know, we go to a lot of the stores right now, the department stores and the jewelry stores, or we tune into many of the home shopping networks, and we see lovely little good luck charms like these, and they're so precious, but they're done in base metal. Base metal means that they're not sterling, they're not gold, there's some kind of, you know, mix and match of something that's gonna peel. These are genuine 14 karat golds, and I very seldomly have the opportunity to bring you genuine 14 karat gold at a price point that we can all get our hands around. So today, because of the fine jewelry event, HSN has brought the price down of my little Lucky Charms to a place where I hope you will be able to think about yourself. Yeah, treat yourself and think about Valentine's Day and think about the new year. So we talk about a new year. What do we wish for in the new year for ourselves? Let's go through each of the charms and decide, what do we really wish for? Okay. I took the little Buddha. I want to show you that the way that I've started out with the little 14 karat gold Buddha right here, and I've layered our today's special around him. But if you see how cute he is, this is the chubby, happy, wise Buddha. There's a little skin that peers through, because the way I've created this, I have a little bit of open skin that's going to come through. You can never get any cuter. It's that perfect round size that fits in the hollow of your neck, which is what I love. But what is the Buddha? The Buddha is about living a good life. It's about generosity. He's about prosperity. He's about health. He's about wealth. So we're 2017. Let's decide if the Buddha is going to be your gift to yourself or to someone else. Do you want real golds? Do you want to be able to give yourself something that you never have to take off in a shower, a bath, an ocean, a pool, sweat, not sweat, go anywhere you want? No, you never have to take it off because it's genuine 14 karat gold. Then we're going to go to the angel wing. Do you want to give yourself guidance, spiritual guidance? Do you want to know that there's somebody over your shoulder always watching you? Or the elephant? That's wisdom, intellect, luck. The lucky elephant. Everyone calls him the Ellie. Everyone loves the Ellie.
That's cute. So we are going to be wrapping this one up. Limited quantities, only about 200, a little over 200 to get these. These will all go in 14 karat gold. Remember, it is 16 inches in the length with a 2-inch extender. But we're going to check in with Carol because